Hey channel, sorry I forgot to post my video last week. I will blame it on Thanksgiving and my food coma. Um, yeah, so I have a lot of catch up to do. But I'm gonna just answer some questions that I have pulled up on my computer right now. So I probably won't get to everybody's. Sorry. Ted wanted to know if we could like write a letter to ourselves 5 years ago, or if we could talk to our 5 years past self, what would we say or warn them about? So let's see, 5 years ago I would be 15, which is right around the age when I came out to my family, the ninth grade. So I'd say that the the biggest bit of advice that I could have given myself back then was that things change. The way you um, the way you perceive this a situation and the way you think, it's gonna change a lot when you get older, especially having to go through a, a constant coming out experience, as a lot of the gay, bi, and lesbian um, viewers know. It's an ongoing, everlasting process. But yeah, I probably would just warn myself that it's okay that things don't happen exactly the way you hope or the way you want them to happen. You just kind of have to go with the flow sometimes. And I was really uptight when I was younger, so that would be my bit of advice. Guy's mom, who's so cute, she asked if we love ourselves, and I can confidently say that I do not love myself. I like myself right now. I'm content with the person I am, but I'm definitely not in love with myself, which I think is okay. If you don't love yourself, it's not like a destructive thing. It's I don't love myself because I don't like the way that I act in my current situation and current circumstance. Um, and I have the rest of my life to work on everything that I want to work on about my personality, about what I do, what I say, how I act. I have forever to work on that. So why stress about it now? I'm only 20 years young, so I'm content with who I am, but I don't love myself by any stretch of the imagination. Let's see. There are some viewer questions that I was just looking at. And thank you all for posting all these questions. Yeah, I definitely I feel this disconnect kind of, because we put all the videos out and we ask each other questions, and some of you respond to them, and it's really cool to read in the free time that I rarely have. It's cool to be able to read and hear your perspective on certain issues, and yeah, I'm glad we're opening up the forum. If I sound a little deranged, it's because I haven't slept in a while, because it's finals month. Anyway, Casey, Florida posted to Guy's video, and they wanted to know, when you meet a person, if/when/how do you decide to let them know that you're gay? I think for me, it's most of the time it's kind of obvious, considering that I am a fashion design major, and in the art school I definitely fall into some of the stereotypes that come with being gay, and I definitely think that people assume that, which is, it takes a lot off of my shoulders when people assume that I'm gay, because then I don't have to say, well, actually, this is how it is. I always hate doing that. It always feels weird coming out to people. When I was in Korea during the summer, I traveled down south to my birth area, the region, and I was with a translator who actually studied abroad near my house in Boston, so it was kind of a nice coincidence. But he asked if I had a girlfriend, and I said no. He said, "Oh, well, do you want me to maybe set you up with someone?" I said, "Well, I'm gay," and he goes, "Gay?" And he had to think about it, because it's one thing, the word, was in English, and he had to translate it into Korean and figure out like what the equivalent was for that. And then he was like, "Oh yeah, I know gay people," and he was like, "I'm okay with it, but it's still just an awkward experience, and I don't like coming out. But I don't like being closeted, but I don't like confrontation." Daft Tool asked a lot of questions. Thank you for all of those, and I'm just going to follow the thread that you wrote. When was your first kiss? My first kiss with a girl was in 6th grade. The summer after 6th grade with my best friend Clara, who is a lesbian. Yeah, that was my first kiss. The first date was also with Clara in 6th grade. The first time I had sex, I lost my virginity last year, actually. Kind of a late bloomer, I guess. But yeah, I was 19, and that was interesting to say the least. Have you ever been bullied? Yes, I've been bullied, but not physically bullied. Definitely emotionally and verbally assaulted, and in school, especially in middle school, when guys are sort of starting to establish the ranking of sort of who's the top dog, who's the alpha dog, and who just falls in behind. And I didn't really have a lot of guy friends growing up, so they all kind of, I think they saw me as the outsider. Have I or any of my friends experienced any bashing? No, thankfully. Although I've had a conversation with a couple of my friends where some of them who haven't been bashed wish that not that they were bashed, but they've confronted that sort of adversity, and in light of what, and in light of what we're talking about with George McCardo, I think that they're reconsidering those thoughts. I would hope so, because that death is such a foreign concept to me, and to hear about someone being killed, most likely because of their sexual orientation, most likely because of the same sexual orientation that I have, is so unsettling, to the point where I don't like to think about it, and I don't like to read about it or really talk about it, just because it's something that I haven't really established a clear perspective on yet, and it hurts me, not as a gay man, but as a person. It hurts me. Yeah, but I haven't experienced any gay bashing whatsoever, which is, I'm very, very thankful and lucky. Misfortune Llama posted a question to Greg's video, which, we're talking about all this heavy stuff, so I appreciated the change of subject. They asked, for those of you who have gone to graduate from college, are you currently working in that field that uses your major, or was college useful? As a current college student, I would say that I anticipate going into the field that my major is, fashion design. My older sister, is a studio art major, and she's working in retail right now and doing some commission painting. So the way that I see it is, college is what you make of it. So if you want to take this class, then take that class. If you want to, be this major, but then realize that maybe it's not for you, then switch. It's not the end of the world. It really isn't. Because ultimately, like, your education and what you learn and what you want to learn about is all up to you, and it's never out of your control, unless you have to take stupid required classes. But yeah, sorry for not posting last week, and hopefully I will get back on schedule. I miss all of you, and I am sending you lots and lots of love from upstate New York. Until next Friday, bye.